Today I want to share a really special recipe with you. We're going to make some Parmesan and olive shortbread. It's a really fabulous accompaniment to cheese. It's really good with your favourite soup, and it's really special on its own as a canapé. And it's super simple to make. I've got the ingredients in front of me here. I've started off with the flour in a blender. I've got some chopped butter, and by chopping it into pieces it means it'll mix through the flour more easily. So pop the butter in there. Got some Parmesan cheese and the yolk of 1 egg. I've been doing this for a long time and I still get it wrong, but let's give it a go. Fabulous. Now what I'm going to do is pulse this in the blender here. It's starting to form now, and we're actually getting a dough-type mixture in there. There we go. Everything's blended. It's becoming quite pasty. I don't want to overwork it, and that's ready to come out. I'm going to turn this onto some bake, which is a really good medium to be working on because the dough won't stick, and I'll show you how to roll it into perfect tubes when we've kneaded it. I just want to soften the dough up a little bit. And again, it's one of those therapeutic things. Just keep folding it in and working the dough until you get a good consistency. So this is feeling really soft now. And I'm doing it on the bake so it doesn't stick to the board and make a mess. And when you're happy, the dough feels just nice and soft, cut it in half. Just pop one piece aside for the time being. I'm going to turn that piece of paper around, and we're actually going to use the bake, a bit like making sushi. So pop it in the paper, paper over the top, and just roll backwards and forwards, nice and gently, until you've got a tube about 3 centimetres in diameter. That's perfect. I'm going to get some cling. Now we need to wrap this nice and tightly all the way around, including the ends, because we're actually going to wrap this and pop it in the fridge to set. So make sure it's nice and tight and ready to go. And that needs to go into the fridge for at least an hour or even overnight. So here we go, out of the fridge, nice and set. And the idea behind that is it makes it much easier to cut, and also means that the biscuits will keep some shape when we put them on the bake and pop them in the oven. So I'm just going to unwrap this, pop it on the board, just tidy the ends up a little bit, just so that you end up with a consistently shaped biscuit. And then we need to cut them into discs about 1 centimetre. Now put the discs on the bake. Be sure to leave a little bit of space between them, because they will spread a little. And make sure you've got that oven at 180 degrees ready to go. And then use some pitted calamatas and just press them into the top just to finish them off. Now these will take 15 to 20 minutes to bake, and once they're baked, they'll be ready to serve as a perfect canapé for when your guests arrive. So there you have it, Parmesan and olive shortbread, perfect for when you're next entertaining.